this young man has no reason being in the ring. He's liable to get hurt very seriously, as you can see.
That is the it was at the end. The beginning of the end. And now tell me, your first championship match, you won the Federation Heavyweight title against one Hulk Hogan. Tell me about that match and what that meant to your career.
That right there brought the Undertaker into the forefront of the World Wrestling Federation. That was the end of one era and the beginning of another. The gentleman you mentioned, his career has spiraled downward ever since. You know, he was the turning point. He was once, you know, a very instrumental figure in the World Wrestling Federation, but after his defeat at the hands of the Undertaker at Survivor Series in 1991, he's nothing more really than a memory now.
And you are certainly the embodiment now of everything that is fearsome and fearful in the World Wrestling Federation. We have a full bank of phone calls for you, Mr. Undertaker. We start with John in Medford. You have the distinct pleasure of joining us on the show this evening, John.
Good evening, gentlemen. Undertaker, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, with the WWF popularity, how do you think they're going to contend with the new addition to the Monday night 9 o'clock time slot of the WCW show that's on Up Against You people?
Well, it's only going to take a matter of time for people to watch both programs, and you know, once they've had a fair assessment of each, it'll be obvious to them which show is more entertaining and where you're going to find the better wrestling and the better entertainment.
Well, yeah, but the only drawback to, say, your show Up Against WCW is that on the Monday night show, every 2 weeks the show is live, whereas every week the WCW show is totally live. So you're not seeing like one week it's your show, 1 week WWF Monday Night Raw is live, and then the next week it's on tape, whereas WCW every single week is live.
Well, even with their show being live, they can't compete with even what we have on tape.
Let me tell you something, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. The World Wrestling Federation has the best wrestlers in the world, the toughest wrestlers in the world, and the people that can't handle the WWF are the people that leave the WWF. Now, let me just explain to you. The boings that you hear is when the callers exit.
Very well put.
The Monday Night Raw on USA, The Undertaker will be with Diesel and Shawn Michaels against three very tough competitors, Owen Hart, Yokozuna, and the British Bulldog. A six-man tag team match. Pandemonium in the squared circle.
Exactly. It's very, very rare occasion that I go into battle with partners, but you know, to sign this match, it was Gorilla Monsoon wouldn't let me do it by myself. And if I had to pick two partners, I couldn't think of two finer gentlemen to go into battle with. Everyone's well aware of my history with Yokozuna.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can't actually believe he has enough nerve to step in the ring by himself with me. The British Bulldog, he's proved to himself and to everyone else what a shallow soul that he has. And Owen Hart, well, he's nothing more than a coward.
Let me ask you, let's talk about each of them individually. Yokozuna, I understand through the grapevine, I hear that 6 feet 4 inches, 644 pounds, the only way to weigh him was to put him on a freight scale. Is that true?
I understand that to be true. I just can't imagine him going into a health club and jumping on the scale. A massive man, but even at 644 pounds or whatever it is that he weighs, there's not a finer athlete in the World Wrestling Federation, and that comes from someone who's dealt with him, you know, eye to eye and fist to fist.
The Bulldog, what happened to him? He used to be, in my estimation, not only a great wrestler, which I believe he still is, but a good person as well. You say his soul became shallow.
He's taken the shortcut. He wants everything, and he doesn't want to wait any more time. He wants title shots. There's a long line of people that want title shots. So what he's done is caused waves in the World Wrestling Federation. He sold his soul for greed, and he'll have to deal with Diesel for that.
And Big Daddy Cool Diesel is, I believe, in physical stature, very close to yourself. Truly a specimen.
Yes, actually, Diesel is even taller than myself. a fine champion.
I forgot to mention, we have tickets available. We have 5 pairs of tickets available to tomorrow night's first card of wrestling at the new Fleet Center, the first family entertainment show at the Fleet Center. And anyone that knows anything about wrestling, these tickets, you can't get more action for your money. So our next caller, DJ in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, you have a very good chance of winning if you have the ability to answer a question that the Undertaker and I will think of, DJ.
Okay, well, let me tell you, this guy, the first time I saw him, came into the ring, he was tagged. And how he beat Hulk Hogan was he had 3 people before him that he put to the mat. And if anybody, I think they should have got him to Yokozuna there instead of Lex Luger, because this guy, I've seen it at the casino, I've seen it a couple places, but this guy, when people hit the mat, you're looking at the glove, you don't want that around your throat. This guy, when he hits somebody to the mat, you can feel it. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, you know, what can you say? The Undertaker, you know?
Let me tell you something. You think the Undertaker looks awesome on television. You should see him in person, and DJ, guess what?
What?
You're gonna see him in person because you've won 2 tickets to tomorrow night's show.
Oh, man, oh, cool, great. I'm going to take my brother Bill. He'll be
DJ,
I'm telling you. Let me tell you something, Howard. This guy, when he came into the ring, he was an unknown. When he came into that ring and they had 4 guys, I don't know who he was with. It didn't even matter because the first guy was getting beat, tagged him. This guy beat every guy coming into the ring, and I was a little bit popped, and everybody got mad at me because I was saying, this guy is awesome. But he just put everybody to the ground. I mean, when you look at this man, it doesn't earn or no earn. This guy is it. When he comes tomorrow, whenever he comes to the ring, you got to be frightened. I mean, he's reaching up from the depths, and he's just slamming them to the mat.
All right, DJ, make sure you give your name and your address to the guys in the booth, and we'll try and, I guess we'll have the, I don't know how we get the tickets to you fast enough. Maybe we'll put them at the, here at New England Cable News. Now, when the fans, I understand there was a time, and I remember when you first came into the WWF, you were on the side of evil. What brought on the change in you?
Actually, there was nothing actually that I did. I've always been one to believe in sticking up for yourself and doing what you feel is right for yourself. Although I was put against many fan favorites when I first entered the Federation, people watched me and noticed that I never changed or I never sacrificed my values. And I think throughout the years that I've been here now, people have rallied behind the fact that I stand up for what I believe in. And I don't sell myself for greed or money or anything like that. And I stand up and I fight for the cause. So it's, you know, it's nothing actually that I did. It was just the people accepted someone that was different, right? Someone that stood up for what he believed in.
Now, you actually, from what I've been told, your pain threshold is higher than normal human beings. You feel that to be true?
That's one of my strong suits. I thrive on the punishment. I mentioned earlier, I'll let someone like a Mabel, someone that's more physically opposing than myself. The one thing you can count on is that Mabel will tire himself.
Right.
And I'm positive. And I'll go against any person in the world that I can take more punishment than they can dish out. And when the gas tank runs empty, you know, that's when the Undertaker strikes.
Well, you should watch Sports World on Saturday and Sunday to put up with quite a lot of pain. Heidi and Wu